Hello, hello, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Our chief guests and the guests of honors have already been arrived, and they are inside the museum having a tour. And I would like to request all the guests to kindly be seated. And also, the program will be starting right on time, and please make sure that all the mobile phones are kept in silent mode so that it doesn't disturb the processing of the function. We have another 10 minutes. If any other guests are there outside the hall, kindly come inside. Please be seated. As His Excellency and the team will be going back by 12 o'clock, returning to Delhi. So we have to keep the schedule of the program actually. Friends, the tour of the museum of the chief guests and the guests of honors are about to be concluded. They will be coming on the main hall. And while they come as a mark of respect, I would request all to be rise from the seat so that we show a proper kind of, honor to them. Requesting all to rise is we have the chief guest coming up here as a mark of respect. Okay, fine. functions of the sixth anniversary and observation of Hiroshima and Nagasaki Day. As already been requested, kindly keep your mobile phone in silence mode. And when they enter as a mark of respect, I would request once again all to be rise from their respective seats. Requesting all to rise as a mark of respect to our distinguished guests, chief guests, guests of honors of today's function. Kurumjari, a very good morning and a warm welcome to each one of you. On behalf of the organizers, it is my privilege and honor to welcome you all as a host of the function to this momentous occasion, the 6th anniversary of the Imphal Peace Museum and the observation of Hiroshima and Nagasaki Day. This museum is more than just a place of remembrance. It is a bridge connecting nations, cultures, and generations in the common pursuit of peace. Today, we not only celebrate the journey of this museum as a beacon of remembrance and reconciliation, but also reflect on the solemn narrations from Hiroshima and Nagasaki, lessons that urge us to uphold peace, compassion, and mutual understanding. We are deeply honored to have with us as our chief guest, His Excellency, Mr. Ono Keiichi, the Ambassador of Japan to India, and other embassy officials, whose presence reinforces the enduring friendship between Japan, India, and our shared commitment to peace. We are also equally privileged to have our guest of honor, Dr. Punit Kumar Goel, IAS, Chief Secretary, Government of Manipur, sir, and Professor W. Chan Babu Singh, Vice Chancellor, Dhanmanjari University. Friends, the event will have participation from Makoto Wada, Program Director, the Nippon Foundation, and Atsushi Tsunami, President Sasakawa Peace Foundation, virtually. I would like to request members of the Manipur Tourism to facilitate the dignitaries on the dais, please. Requesting our members to kindly do the honor of facilitating our dignitaries on the dais. Starting with the bouquet, scarf, and a memento. Our members, Thomas Surjit, Chobi, Somendro, Santoseka, may kindly do the honor, please, so that we can quicken the process. Followed with the Chief Secretary. We are also honored to have Abe Noriaki, Minister of Political Affairs, on the dais, along with our Founder President, Dr. T.H. W. Rajeswa Yumnam, Founder President, Second World War Campaign Foundation. You can kindly check the name, please. Joyamba can do the honor. This is a simple memento of the polo, the game which gave by the Manipur to the world. To mark the formal beginnings of today's program, we shall now proceed with the lighting of the inaugural lamp, a tradition that holds deep cultural and spiritual significance. The lighting of the lamp is more than a ceremonial act. It symbolizes the dispelling of darkness and the ushering in of light, the light of knowledge, hope, peace, and harmony. It is a gesture that sets a positive and auspicious tone for the event ahead. May this light guide our thoughts, inspire our actions, and illuminate the path towards our shared goal. I now invite our chief guest, His Excellency, Mr. Ono Keiichi, Ambassador of Japan to India, along with our guest of honor, Dr. Punit Kumar Goyal, IS, Chief Secretary, Government of Manipur, and Professor W. Chandbabu, Vice Chancellor, Dhanamandjari University, our Founder President, Dr. T.H.W. Singh, President of the Manipur Tourism Forum, P. Kunjabehari, and our Museum Director, Habom Joyremba, to kindly come forward for the lighting of the inaugural lamps. And may I request Abe Nuraki, Minister of Political Affairs, also to kindly join. Thank you all. Now, may I request Mr. Habom Joyremba, Director, Imphal Peace Museum, the man behind the various activities of the Imphal Peace Museum, for the welcome and keynote speech. Mr. Joyremba Habom.
Pumnamapu Kurumzari, and to all the Japanese delegates, konnichiwa. Your Excellency, Mr. Ono Keiichi-san, the Ambassador of Japan to India, the chief guest of today's function, Sri Dr. Punit Kumar Goyal, the Chief Secretary, Government of Manipur, the guest of honor of this function, Sri Oza W. Chandbabu Singh, the Vice Chancellor, Dhanamandjari University, guest of honor, Mr. Abe Noriaki, Minister, Political Affairs, Embassy of Japan, Mr. Kobayashi Takahashi, the First Secretary, Embassy of Japan, Ms. Subakimoto Mayumi-san, First Secretary, Embassy of Japan, distinguished dignitaries from Japan and India, respected representatives of the Nippon Foundation and the Sasakawa Peace Foundation who are present on the online platform, honored guests, members of the press, dear friends, and students. Thank you so much for coming here. A warm and heartfelt welcome to each one of you. It gives me immense pleasure and pride to stand before you on this very special day, the 6th anniversary of the Imphal Peace Museum, and our solemn observation of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki Day, the 9th of August 2025. We are deeply honored by the presence of the distinguished guests from across the globe, and especially grateful to our friends from Japan who have traveled far, and to all our local partners, community members, and supporters who have made today possible. As the director of the Imphal Peace Museum, it is both my duty and my privilege to extend my sincere gratitude to every one of you here today. Your presence is not just a formality, it is a statement of shared values of remembrance and of hope. I especially wish to acknowledge the unwavering support of our partners, the Nippon Foundation, the Sasakawa Peace Foundation, the Embassy of Japan, and of course, the government of Manipur, without whose commitment and faith in our mission, the journey of this museum would never, ever have been possible. This land, called the Maibam Lord Paching, known to the world as the Red Hills, was once a site of unimaginable destruction in 1944. In 1944, during the Battle of Imphal, soldiers from Japan, Britain, UK, Canada, Australia, and India fought some of the fiercest battles of the World War II. Thousands of lives were lost, both military and civilians. Growing up in Manipur, I often heard my grandmother recount those times. She spoke of the deep fear, the sound of bombs raining down, the uncertainty of survival, but she also spoke about compassion. Villagers in the valley and in the hills tended to the wounded, regardless of the flag and the uniform they wear. They shared food when they barely had enough for themselves. Those stories shaped my belief that even in the darkest of chapters of human history, light can be found in the act of kindness. And that belief is a seed from which the Imphal Peace Museum grew. For decades, the voices of Manipur's people during the war remained unheard in global narratives. The Imphal Peace Museum, established in 2019, was there to change that, to ensure that the story of this land, its people, its culture, its experiences during the war were told not just at the footnotes of the history books, but become the headlines in those books. Our museum's theme of peace and reconciliation, and of course this year's theme of where history found peace, reflects this mission. The galleries that you walk today, the historical gallery, the memory gallery, and the peace gallery, encapsulated in 3 sections, the war section, the post-war section, and the migrant culture section, are not just displays. They are dialogues between past and present, between those who lead the events and those who seek to understand them. This year's anniversary holds special resonance as it coincides with the 80th year since the end of the Second World War and the bombing of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki. On 6th of August and 9th of August 1945, 2 cities in Japan witnessed devastation on a scale unimaginable. Yet, from those ashes, Japan rose, not with vengeance, but with a commitment to peace. Today, Japan is among the strongest voices for nuclear disarmament and reconciliation. It is profoundly symbolic that here in Imphal, once a battlefield where Japanese forces clashed with Allied troops, we are now we now host a peace museum that receives gift articles, artifacts, books from Japan as gesture of friendship. This transformation from confrontation to collaboration is one of the most powerful testaments to the human capacity for healing. Today, this anniversary is not just about looking back, it is about moving forward. Today, we just inaugurated the Harmony House, where the artifacts, books, uniforms, caps of soldiers were donated by the people of Japan, from ordinary people from Japan. Their sons and daughters, they came here fighting, they went back with this memorabilia. And the Japanese people kindly donated these items to us so that it can be a part of this museum, and we're really thankful for that. We also unveiled the special exhibition where all those items are being exhibited, and this will be going on for the next 15 days. We also will be unveiling the receipt of the books from Japan under the READ project. Under the READ project from the Tokyo Foundation, supported by the Nippon Foundation. So we have received around 200 books, which are very, very, very special books from Japan, which talks about starting from the Meiji Dynasty to the rose of Japan, from the ashes to the Olympic Games. These are some precious books that we're going to have in the museum. These are not formalities, they are milestones in our ongoing journey to make the Imphal Peace Museum a living institution, relevant, engaging, and globally connected. One of our core commitments is to ensure that lessons of history are passed on to younger generations. I firmly believe that peace is not inherited. It is to be learned, nurtured, and practiced. When young people walk these galleries, they are not just learning about war, they are learning about choices. The choice to seek understanding instead of conflict. The choice to build rather than destroy. So many conflicts are happening, and it is the youth who should reflect on what had happened and what we are now today. I would like to mention two important instances where we missed out, and we are eagerly waiting that it will become a reality one day. On my left side, you see a calligraphic signature of the then Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe. And that calligraphy is very special, not because it is of the Prime Minister. Of course, it is special because it is of the Japan Prime Minister, but then the word is special. It says Haiwa, Haiwa implying peace. Haiwa, Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe. But the message of peace remained till today and for the generations to come, but then he was assassinated. And we waited for the Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe-san, and the Prime Minister of Japan, Modi-ji, to be here in 2020, January, but they could not materialize. Therefore, I urge everyone, and especially the diplomats, delegates, government officials, that one day, the dream that remained unfulfilled of the visit of the Prime Minister of Japan and the Prime Minister of India, to be here in this very soil for peace and reconciliation should happen one day very soon. As we celebrate the 6th anniversary, let it not just be an occasional ceremony, but a renewal of shared commitment to peace. Let us keep the memory of history alive so that its lessons are not lost. Before I conclude, I want to return to an image that stays with me every time I think of this place. It is an image of the Red Hill on my right side. It is an image of the Red Hills in the early morning, peaceful, green, quiet, and bathed in soft light early morning. Can you ever guess that this was once a battlefield? Painted with fire and blood. And that perhaps is the greatest symbol of all, that with time, care, and understanding, even the most scarred landscapes can become places of beauty and hope. To all of you here today, dignitaries, partners, visitors, friends, students, thank you for walking this journey with us. Thank you for believing in the mission of the Imphal Peace Museum. Let us continue to work together so that the words peace and reconciliation and where history found peace are not just our theme but our shared reality. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you.
Commemoration of the Battle of Imphal was a joint initiative of the Manipur Tourism Forum and the World War II Imphal Campaign Foundation, which saw the shape for the dream of the Imphal Peace Museum. May I now request Mr. Yumna Rajeshwar Singh, Founder President, World War II Imphal Campaign Foundation, to address the House.
W. Chanbabu Singh, Vice Chancellor of Dhanbanjuri University, esteemed dignitaries, friends from the media, and fellow advocates of peace. Good morning to you all. It is both an honor and a deep moving moment for me to welcome you to this gathering, where we mark the 6th anniversary of the Imphal Peace Museum and observe Hiroshima and Nagasaki Day. These two milestones may be separated by geography, but they are bound together by shared message: the urgent need for peace and reconciliation in our world. As the founder of Second World War Imphal Campaign Foundation, this occasion carries special meaning. Here in Imphal, 81 years ago, one of the most intense and tragic battles of the Second World War unfolded. A battle that changed not just the fate of this region, but the course of history itself. The Battle of Imphal, fought between March and July of 1944, was far more than a clash of armies. It was a humanitarian catastrophe. Over 20,000 soldiers from India, Britain, Japan, and other nations perished in the combined Imphal-Kohima campaign. Japan alone lost nearly 10,000 soldiers in Manipur. Our foundation has dedicated itself to the recovery and repatriation of Japanese war casualties here in Imphal and Manipur. Till date, the remains of around 1,000 soldiers have been recovered, but nearly 9,000 more still lie scattered across the hills and mountains of Manipur. Silent witnesses to a war long over, yet not fully laid to rest. During those months of fighting in 1944, entire villages were reduced to rubble. Families were displaced. The once peaceful hills of Manipur became battlefields of fire and smoke. Civilians caught between armies lost homes, farmlands, and loved ones. Even today, unexploded bombs and war relics still surface, claiming lives and reminding us of the destruction that once raged here. It is this memory, painful but important, that inspired the creation of the Imphal Peace Museum. This is not just a building filled with exhibits. It is a voice of the voiceless. It keeps alive the stories of those who lived, fought, and died here. It transformed the legacy of war into a message of friendship, reconciliation, and hope. Inside, you will not only find accounts of military history, but also human stories, the Manipuri villages who endured chaos the Japanese and Allied soldiers who fought far from home, and the remarkable gesture of reconciliation that have grown in the years since. Today, as we inaugurated the Harmony House, launched the READ project, and received historical books and artifacts from Japan, we do more than exchange ceremonies. We affirm our shared humanity. We take another step toward healing the wounds of the past. As we remember Hiroshima and Nagasaki, we remind ourselves of the unimaginable cost of war. In Hiroshima, 140,000 lives were lost. In Nagasaki, another 70,000. Most of them were civilians. These are not just numbers. They were people with dreams, families, and future gone in that instant. So today, let us pledge together never to forget and never to repeat. Let Imphal, once a battlefield, be known forever as a home of peace. Let every visitor who walks through this museum carry away not only knowledge, but also a renewed commitment to compassion, truth, and understanding between nations. In closing, I offer my heartfelt thanks to all who have made this journey possible, and to the younger generation who will carry forward this legacy of peace. May the world know Imphal not for the battles here, but for the peace built here. Thank you. Jai Hind.
I would like to request today's guest of honor, Professor Chandra Singh, Vice Chancellor of Dhanabantari University, to address the House.
Good morning, respected dignitaries on the dais of this celebration of the 6th anniversary of Imphal Peace Museum and observation of Hiroshima and Nagasaki Day, His Excellency Ono Keiki, Ambassador of Japan to India and chief guest of this program, Dr. Punit Kumar Goyal, the Chief Secretary of Government of Manipur and the guest of honor of this program, Dr. T.H. Tabli, Founder President, Manipur Tourism Forum, Dr. Krishnan Bhaskar, Director IIIT, and other distinguished members joining from Japan, particularly Makoto Wada-san, Program Director, Nippon Foundation, Asushi Tsunami, President, the Sakawara Peace Foundation, Mr. Haum Yoremba, Director, Imphal Peace Museum, Lumnam Rajeshwar Singh, Founder, President, World War II Imphal Campaign Foundation, Mr. Kunja Bihari, President, Manipur Tourism Forum, and among the distinguished guests, Ms. Pujai Rangbam, DC Vishnupur, and all the other distinguished invitees and friends. In fact, I really feel honored to be invited today on this celebration of the 6th anniversary of Imphal Peace Museum and observation of Hiroshima and Nagasaki Day. It also highlights very nicely with our two earlier speakers all about Imphal Peace Museum and its ideology and ideas. At the same time, Imphal campaign of World War II and its founder, our Sri Rajeshwar, We have seen very nicely how things have changed on today's time and what are the present situations at the moment. This museum, though it was founded in the year 2019 on the 75th anniversary of the Battle of Imphal, which was bestowed as the Britain's greatest battle till date. Since its opening in 2019, this museum has been one of the most popular destinations in Manipur for the visitors from outside as well as for the general public in Manipur. Going to this museum, I was very much impressed with how this place narrates the stories of Manipur and Japan and the brave hearts who laid their lives for making India a sovereign and independent country. And not only that, there are many other ideas behind that Imphal campaign and Imphal battle. We all know all these things, and it is honestly written black and white in the history of the whole world. This monument of Imphal Peace Museum reminds us the long-standing ties of Manipur and Japan. The coming generations should basically never forget these valuable relationships between Manipuris and Japanese. Dear distinguished members, this museum stands as a testament of such a relationship and also a reminder to the whole world the importance of promoting peace, love, and respect among ourselves and among the countries of the world. And we are standing, you see, tall and bright for making this museum a center for promoting peace, love, and respect only. The distinguished members, the loss of lives at Hiroshima and Nagasaki during the Second World War and the agony of it till today we cannot forget. And when we see the world order today, the half of the world is, I believe, on conflicts physically as well as mentally and otherwise. When we remember, the present world order, how important it is for promoting peace, love, and respect. This is extremely important on today's time. I pay my deepest and the observation of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they spread the message of promoting peace among human society. And let us stand united for promoting peace, love, and respect only from the platform of Imphal Peace Museum and from Manipur, and of course, many of our learned friends and the dignitaries from Japan were assembled for this purpose. I once again thank each one of you for giving me this opportunity and associating with you and connected with this kind of platform where we stand together and united for spreading the message of peace, love, and respect only. Thank you.
Friends, we are truly indebted to the Nippon Foundation for their continuous support, which enabled us to realize the dream of the Imphal Peace Museum 6 years ago, and today, the inauguration of the Harmony House. It is my privilege to invite N. Igonochowi Singh, member of Manipur Tourism Forum, to kindly read out a special message from Mr. Makoto Wada-san, Program Director, the Nippon Foundation.
A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, I am privileged and honored to read the message from Makoto Oso-san, who is the project director of the Southeast Asia, the Global Issues Department of the Nippon Foundation. Was a person, or rather is a person, who was involved in the very inception of the program of this museum. On behalf of the Manipur Tourism Forum, I would like to read the message from Makoto-san. Quote, "My name is Makoto Oda, and I serve in Special Projects Division of the Nippon Foundation. It was 6 years ago that I was given the distinct honor of overseeing the project to establish Imphal Peace Museum. The opportunity remains one of the greatest privileges of my professional life. I am impersonating your voice. You are online. Thank you so much." And he expressed that he would have been very happy to be here. Because of some professional engagements, he could not be here. Today, I sincerely hoped to be present in person to extend my greetings directly. However, due to unavoidable circumstances, I must humbly ask for your understanding as I convey my message in this written form instead. I still vividly remember the day I first set foot in Imphal, where I shared with many of you the vision of Peace Museum. The journey we embarked upon together toward opening this institution was by no means an easy one. Yet, it was through your unwavering dedication and profound yearning for peace that this sacred place came into being. I can only imagine the many trials, the challenges that have arisen in the 6 years since the museum opened its doors. That it continues to stand today is a testament not only to your tireless commitment, but also to the generous support of so many donors from Japan, including the Sasakawa Peace Foundation, the families of the deceased who entrusted with us treasured personal effects and documents, and all those who believe in the importance of preserving history and fostering peace. This year marks the 80th anniversary under the end of the World War II. The prayers of peace born of that time must be passed down beyond borders and across generations. It is my heartfelt hope that Imphal Peace Museum, linking Imphal, Japan, and the world, will long remain a place where seeds of peace are sown in the hearts of all who visit. Just as the cherry trees planted on these grounds shall bloom resplendently for generations to come, may this museum continue without ceasing to be a sanctuary for remembrance, learning, and prayer for all those who will inhabit our future. Unquote. Thank you, Your Excellency.
Program Director, the Nippon Foundations. Friends, the Sasakawa Peace Foundation has truly been the guiding force and the soul of Imphal Peace Museum. Over the years, through thoughtful deliberation, meaningful discussions, unwavering support, and even hands-on training at some of the finest museums in Tokyo and Okinawa, they have helped shape the Imphal Peace Museum into what is today. It is my honor to present a special video message from Mr. Atsushi Tsunami, President of the Sasakawa Peace Foundation.
Friends.
Your Excellency, Mr. Keiichi Ono, Ambassador of Japan to India, guest of honors from the Manipur State, Mr. Haoban Joyema, Director of the Imphal Peace Museum, distinguished all guests. Organizations who continue to support the museum, and to everyone attending this meaningful ceremony. I'm Atsushi Tsunami, and I serve as the president of the Sasaka Peace Foundation. It is a great honor to address you on the occasion of the 6th anniversary of the Imphal Peace Museum. The Sasaka Peace Foundation is a private organization in Japan committed to promoting mutual understanding through dialogue and collaboration with partners around the world in pursuit of peace and security. This year marks the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II. Approximately 80 years ago, Japan's military invaded this region, drawing countless individuals into conflict. In the aftermath of the war, Japan pledged to the international community that it would become a peaceful nation, renouncing the use of military force in international disputes and committing itself to the realization of global peace. In this context, Imphal holds profound significance. As you can see in the museum today, former Prime Minister Mr. Shinzo Abe inscribed the word peace here in Imphal. I believe this museum stands as one of the world's vital peace hubs, not only for India, but for the global community. Since 2017, our foundation has been actively engaged in Northeast India, promoting regional economic development and preserving social diversity. As part of these efforts, we have supported the enhancement of operational capabilities at the Imphal Peace Museum established by the Nippon Foundation, and have worked to raise awareness of its activities within Japanese society. Starting this fiscal year, we plan to expand our collaboration beyond the Imphal Peace Museum to include partner organizations across other states in Northeast India. Through these new initiatives, we aim to create opportunities for politicians, students, and young leaders from both Japan and Northeast India to engage in a dialogue on peace, explore the region's rich cultural heritage and potential, and apply these insights to future policy making and research. At the same time, we are deeply aware that conflicts continue to devastate many parts of the world, including Ukraine, Gaza, claiming countless lives. Here in Manipur, we are also saddened by the ongoing unrest and threatens daily life. In such a global and local context, the mission of the Sasaka Peace Foundation to strive for peace and security remains more vital than ever. As heartbreaking news continues to reach us from around the world, we are reminded of the urgent need for each of us to take action toward building peace society. We sincerely hope that the Imphal Peace Museum will continue to serve as a symbol of peace, a place where people of diverse ethnicities and nationalities can come together, engage in meaningful dialogue and mutual understanding. In closing, we recognize that organizing this distinguished ceremony amidst the current instability in Manipur must have required tremendous effort. We extend our deepest respect to Mr. Jorema and all those involved for your dedication. Moreover, by holding this event on August 9th, coincide with the 80th years after the atomic bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, you have shown heartfelt consideration in honoring the victims and expressing a sincere prayer for peace. We are truly grateful for this thoughtful gesture. I sincerely look forward to seeing you all in Imphal soon. Thank you very much.
Friends, that was a video message from Mr. Tsunami. Now, may I invite Dr. Punit Kumar Goyal, IAS Chief Secretary, Government, to address the House. Sir, your participation on this occasion, sir, please.
His Excellency Mr. K.H. Uno, Ambassador of Japan to India, Professor Chan Babu, Vice Chancellor, Dhanmanjari University, Mr. Hao Yoremba, Director Imphal Peace Museum, members from the Embassy of Japan, Sasakawa Peace Foundation, Nippon Foundation, Manipur Tourism Forum, other distinguished guests, friends from media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. It is indeed a privilege to be here to celebrate the 6th anniversary of Imphal Peace Museum and for observance of Hiroshima and Nagasaki Day. We have gathered here in the foothills where some of the most intense battles of the Second World War took place. The Battle of Imphal was a pivotal turning point in the Burma campaign. Today, the site which once witnessed fierce battles is now transformed into a beacon of peace and reflection through this Imphal Peace Museum. The museum is a living story of transformation, where land was brought by war now speaks the language of peace, learning and healing. Today is the inauguration of the Harmony House and the special exhibition of artifacts from Japan. It's a new chapter of remembrance and shared humanity. We have also gathered today to solemnly observe the Hiroshima and Nagasaki Day, a moment of global remembrance and a powerful reminder of the cost of war and the enduring value of peace. The nuclear bombings which took place about 8 years back, they left 200,000 people, more than 200,000 people dead. The horrors of war serve as a stark reminder of its devastating human cost. Yet from this darkness emerges a profound message, a message of peace, forgiveness, and the unwavering strength of resilience. The survivors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki chose peace in the aftermath of unimaginable suffering, an act of deep moral courage. These values are not just lessons from history, they are relevant for us even today. It is a lesson in healing where diverse communities can transcend differences, embracing compassion and mutual respect to forge a future rooted in unity and peace. The state government is deeply committed to preserving and promoting the cultural and historical heritage of Manipur. I believe that the institutions like the Peace Museum will also serve as a living classrooms for our youth. Digitizing the archives and preserving all oral histories will empower the younger generation to become ambassadors of peace. I extend my deepest appreciation for the outstanding work done by the director of Imphal Peace Museum and his dedicated team. I also extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Embassy of Japan, Nippon Foundation, the Sasakawa Peace Foundation, the Manipur Tourism Forum, and to all the Japanese friends and partners who have supported this initiative. Efforts of these institutions have shaped the Imphal Peace Museum into a bridge between the past and the present, between the history and future. Let us preserve this peace as a monument. Let us preserve this space as a monument to peace. Let us all renew our commitment to mutual respect, harmony, and compassion towards a peaceful and progressive Manipur. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Punit Kumar Goyal, IAS, Chief Secretary, Government of Manipur. Sir, friends, what began with the participation of the then Ambassador of Japan to India, His Excellency Takise Kyagi, in the year 2014, during the 70th anniversary of the Battle of Imphal, has since blossomed into a deep understanding and a meaningful collaboration between the Japanese Embassy and the Manipur Tourism Forum. From the landmark initiatives like the IRIS Program 1 and 2, and the very creation of the Imphal Museum itself, it stands as a testament to this enduring partnership. In fact, friends, we were to have one of the most important moments in the history of Manipur when the planned visit of the Prime Minister of India, Honorable Sri Narendra Modi ji, and the Prime Minister of Japan, then Shinzo Abe, which could not have been fructified because of certain circumstances. And we are looking forward for such an opportunity in the near future. And today, to further strengthen this bond of friendship and cooperation, we are honored to have with us His Excellency Ono Kaiichi, Ambassador of Japan to India, as the chief guest of 6th anniversary of Imphal Peace Museum and the observation of Hiroshima and Nagasaki Day. Sir, may I now invite you to kindly address the gathering as the chief guest of today's function, sir.
Shri Punit Kumar Goyal, Chief Secretary Government of Manipur, Shri Chandrababu, Vice Chancellor, Dharmanji University, Administrative Secretaries and Functionaries of the State of Manipur, Mr. Bihari, President, the Manipur Tourism Forum, Mr. Habam Joyemba, Director, the Imphal Peace Museum, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Kurujari. I'm deeply honored to be here with you for the observation of Hiroshima and Nagasaki Day and to commemorate the 6th anniversary of the Imphal Peace Museum. First of all, I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to all those who contributed to establishing this museum and also contributed to realizing this event today, including those of the museum, the Manipur Tourist Forum, the Nippon Foundation, and the Sasakawa Peace Foundation. This year is, Nyashi Yamna Maru Koiraba Lumita Shira. Aina Rakraba, Mafam, Amadadi, Rakraga. Managa, Bakulon, Amadi Tamak, Vahe Kara, Mafam Asira, Leptuna Mayanta. Pongdupa, Mgam, Jabaji, Jabashi, Agiti, Yamna, Laibak, Babadi. This year is truly commemorative, marking the 80th anniversary of the end of World War II. This place served as a battleground for the Imphal campaign from March to July 1944, a battle remembered as one of the most brutal of World War II. Just some minutes ago, I walked through the museum. I was deeply saddened to find they exhibited pictures, letters, stories of the local people in Manipur and the Japanese soldiers. I lost my words. The tragedy of war struck this land, engulfing countless people in terror. Innocent civilians were suddenly caught in the atrocious crossfire, and their peaceful lives were shattered. Many people were forced away from their homes and lost their loved ones. Also, I would like to pay tribute to the tens of thousands of Japanese compatriots who were perished on this land. We must never forget that war takes everything and gives nothing in return. As we stand here now, at the foot of the Red Hills, where the fierce battle was fought, I can't help but think that today's peaceful life of ours is indeed built on the precious sacrifice of the war's victims. Before coming to this museum, I stopped by the India Peace Memorial, locally known as the Japanese Memorial, to offer my solemn prayers for the souls of those who lost their lives in the tragedy, including the foreign Japanese soldiers and the residents who suffered here some 8 years ago. On behalf of the government of Japan and the people of Japan, I take this opportunity to renew my heartfelt gratitude and sincere respect to the people of Manipur for their generous and invaluable support. With their cooperation, the Japanese government will continue activities for the recovery and repatriation of the mortal remains of the Japanese soldiers once the situations allow. In addition, today is the 80th anniversary of the drop of the atomic bomb in Nagasaki. A few days ago, I joined the observance of the moment of silence in memory of the victims in Hiroshima and Nagasaki by the Lok Sabha, the parliament in New Delhi. This has continued many years, and I believe that India is the only country to do so for many years. Again, on behalf of the government of Japan and the people of Japan, I appreciate the Lok Sabha, the Indian government, people of India, for such support and remembrance. And I would like to continue to work together with the people of India to the world without nuclear weapons. Esteemed guests, it is our shared mission to pass on to future generations the learnings of the tragedy during the war, so that such tragedies shall not repeat themselves anywhere else, and the horrors of war should not fade with time. The Imphal Peace Museum serves as a facility that preserves the stories and lessons of the past. It functions as a beacon of peace, conveying a robust message of hope and reconciliation to future generations. It also embodies the the resilient spirit of humanity and our strong determination to prevent hatred and hostilities. This museum has the late Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's calligraphy of the Japanese word heiwa, which translates to peace, as previous speakers already stated. We can see it over there. Under the vision of a free and open Indo-Pacific, first advocated by Mr. Abe, like-minded countries, including Japan and India, have been promoting freedom, openness, and shared values as a fundamental cornerstone of peace and prosperity in this region. Japan has been and will continue to be a trusted partner for the development of India, particularly the Northeast region. Allow me to reaffirm Japan's unwavering commitment to bringing development and prosperity in this region by enhancing regional connectivity, such as roads, ports, and bridges, creating economic frameworks, including trade agreements and customs facilitation, and empowering people, especially the youth and women. To harness the huge potential harbored by the people of Manipur and of adjoining states, let us build on the rock-solid foundation of friendship here. Let us strengthen the special strategic and global partnership between Japan and India in a wide range of areas of cooperation, particularly people-to-people exchange. Together, our two nations can contribute to the peace and prosperity of this region and the global community. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to conclude, I would like to congratulate you once again on the 6th anniversary of the Imphal Museum and renew my sincere gratitude and respect for your dedicated service in maintaining this historic pavilion. As we look ahead, our joint endeavors ensure that every single sacrifice of those who suffer will not be forgotten, and that their desire for a peaceful and prosperous world will continue. Mayambu Tagachari. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, sir, we are deeply moved by your gestures and the effort to express your thought in Manipuri, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Friends, there's a mark of respect to those departed souls in the atomic bombing of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki day. May I request all to rise for a 1 minute silence to pray, to show our respect to the soul. Thank you all. Friends, now we are almost at the concluding part of today's program. May I take this opportunity to present a very special moment in today's program, the symbolic handing over of the books. These books carry the Japanese narrative of the Battle of Imphal and the Second World War, preserved through memories and personal anecdotes. They are not just historical accounts, but bridges of understanding between all people. For the handing over, I would like to request His Excellency Ono Kaichi, the Ambassador of Japan to India, and our Museum Director, Mr. Joy Imphal, and to be accommodated by our founding President, Dr. Dudley, and the President of Manipur Tourism Forum, please on the sir, for the handing over. And I would also like to request our guest of honor, Sir Punit and Chandrababu, for the releasing of the small souvenir, please, sir, on the stage. This is a visual journey of the Imphal Peace Museum, hurriedly prepared. Thank you. Friends, now is what we are almost at the concluding part. May I request President of Manipur Tourism Forum, P. Punjabiari, to propose the call of thanks.
Distinguished guests, esteemed dignitaries, and invitees. As the President of Manipur Tourism Forum, I am honored to propose a vote of thanks on this occasion, marking the 6th anniversary of Imphal Peace Museum and observation of Hiroshima and Nagasaki Day. Firstly, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to His Excellency Ono Kaichi-san, Ambassador of Japan to India, for this event as our chief guest. Your presence today is a strong bond with our nations in a shared commitment to peace. I would also like to thank our guest of honor, Dr. Punit Kumar Goel, IAS, Chief Secretary of Government of Manipur, and Professor W. Chandrababu Singh, Vice Chancellor, Dhanapur University, for their participation and support. Your presence has added immense view of our relations. To Abe Norekia-san, Minister of Political Affairs, we appreciate your presence and support for this meaningful event. Your involvement underscores the importance of peace in our region. I would also like to extend my gratitude to Kobayasaki Takashi-san, First Secretary, and Subakinho Mayubi-san, First Secretary, for their active participation and contribution to today's function. I would also like to thank the Sasakawa Peace Foundation and Nippon Foundation for their support from the very beginning till today. We will ever remain thankful to you. And I would also like to extend my gratitude to our Madam Puja, DC Vicento, and our Tourism Director, Sir Vikram, and Director Triple IT for presentation. To all our invitees, I would like to thank for joining us today. Your presence has honored us, and we are grateful for your support. To all the media representatives covering from Japan and India, including print and electronic media, we appreciate your presence and coverage of this significant event. Once again, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all the dignitaries, guests, participants, and our members for making this event meaningful tribute to victims of war and the celebrate of peace. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. P. Kunjewari, President, for proposing all of things. Friends, the program has been already completed. I would like to seek your permission as a host. My name is Christian to sign off this sixth commemoration of the Imphal Peace Museum and the observation of Hiroshima and Nagasaki Day till the next year. And thank you once and all. And I would like to request all the dignitaries along with our Manipur Tourism Forum for a photo ops, sir. We'll arrange here, sir. Thank you all for your kind participation. We will see again in the next year edition of the. And I would like to also request Madam Puja Elambam, the CE, Director of Tourism, Mr. Vikram, Imphal Foundation, Director Triple IT. Yes, more. Some of our members will stay in the back. I would like to request all the officials from the embassy also to kindly join us. Members of the Imphal event commission.
Mama, I'm going to go to the